Hello, everybody. Welcome to 1111 Butterfly Effect. Thank you all for joining my Divine Spirit, the Oracles, here for an interesting, candid conversation. Yes, people, lots going on. 'Tis the season. Number one, we have a December gift box giveaway going on. I hope you are able to check out our December gift box giveaway post and enter for your chance to win the December gift box giveaway. And in December, there are two gift boxes to give away because November's gift box giveaway didn't quite run the way we wanted it to. So if you haven't checked that post out, there'll be a link in the description box for you to easily go to. Check out the post about the December's gift box giveaway and enter for your chance to win. And thank you all for those of you who have already participated and are showing your support. We appreciate you. We love you very much for your courage and your bravery to be on this journey. And we want to show you our love and appreciation, and that's why we're doing these giveaways. And there's going to be 3 more giveaways, one in January, one in February, and one in March. But right now we're talking about our December gift box giveaway. 'Tis the season, people. Show your spirit. Join in the fun. Join in these reindeer games, huh? Yeah, we're definitely busy. Busy making our fairy lanterns. Yeah, we enjoy crafting. We're a crafty family. We can take a nail and a piece of wood and build a house kind of family. And it's, you got to stay busy. You got to go through the motions. You got to move forward in your life no matter what's going on. And right now we're in the holiday season, and 'tis the season, people. You know, we're joining in the fun and showing our spirit despite there might be some bumps in the road. This is how you get lifted up, is when you find that holiday spirit in your heart and you can lift yourself up and you know cheers and 'tis the season to be jolly and all that ho 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 stuff, right? And get through it, especially if there's sad memories that go along with holidays. It's understandable to not want to be in a celebratory state of mind, but the real true gift about the holiday season is about giving. So the best way to get out of your head is to give from your heart. So I hope that hits home for some of you, because it's a message coming straight from Divine that the holiday seasons aren't about, spending a ton of money on a bunch of gifts. It's about love. It's about love and support and gathering together. And of course, we can't gather like we used to gather together, but we still can gather. And we can make things happen on a different way, in a different way, on a different level, right? With all the technology has to offer, we could make holidays great again, huh? No pun intended, people. Okay, we got past that one, right? Let's get past this one and bring in this great new year coming at us real quick. 2021 is right around the corner, people. So let's get through these wonderful times, the end of the year, the holiday season, the time to gather, the time of giving, the time of peace on earth. Right. Yeah, I told you this is going to be a candid conversation because, I haven't posted in a long minute, and there's been many reasons, and mainly from December 12th, which was Portal Day, 12/12/2020, right? Through to yesterday, which was December 17th, okay? So we went through the 12/12 portal, then we had the new moon in Sagittarius, and, pretty much back to back, and a lot took place on a collective level, on a global level, on a, nation level, on a community level, and on an individual level. A lot took place in this last week. And for those of you who felt it, okay, you know what I'm talking about. A lot happened within, and a lot happened on the outside. Major shifts and transformations have taken place and are taking place right now, and some are finishing up right now, and some may be at the beginning of it that was initiated by this new moon, and will come to a crescendo on December 21st, which is the equinox, winter solstice, and December 21st is the grand conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn, and the beginning of the age of Aquarius. So a major shift is taking place here. We are shifting from one element to the other, pretty much. Going into the age of Aquarius is going up in the air, okay? Things are going up in the air. Things are becoming free. Things are changing, transforming from how they used to be to something new. So that's kind of the message that has been coming through. And these last several days, from the 12th through to yesterday, me personally, I've been, major ascension symptoms have been taking place. Major downloads are going on. I've been extremely tired, and all the while I've had to, of course, work and also get through this holiday season and prepare for, in my family we celebrate Christmas, so I'm preparing for Christmas. Man, oh man, I'm telling you. If I, plus I have been having trouble sleeping in between of all that. Part of the ascension symptoms. And then other times I'm just so exhausted, I fall asleep on the couch and wake up hours later and I'm like, whoa. So for those of you who are experiencing some things these last, let's say, 5 to 7 days, I believe, I feel that this is what's happening. A major shift is taking place. We are going from one element to another, from one level to the next level. We're leveling up on a collective level, on an individual level. Transformation is taking place. Divine feminine, with the divine feminines and divine masculines, both, with all divine souls who are on a divine path, whether you're on a twin flame journey or just a divine path. Things are happening. A great awakening is occurring. And the great conjunction on December 21st is going to pop the pimple, okay? Boom. Right? Excuse the analogy, but that's about what's going to happen. So it's a build-up, a crescendo in a song, Right before the scary guy jumps out at you, right? Well, this isn't going to be scary. This is going to be my take on it, that what I'm being told, the feelings I'm getting, the intuition that's coming through to me is that this is going to be like getting electric shock without the electric shock. Okay? Getting an upload or a download, however you want to look at it, without having to push a button on a computer yourself, because you yourself are the computer. We are the computer. So there is going to be, I've been trying to do this for several days, but there's a reason that has been delaying me, and this is why, because we didn't get the last bit of this candid conversation, this storyline, until last night from a miniseries movie I watched last night, and I'll get to that in a little bit. And after this post, I will get to this message that I have prepared to relate to what I'm about to talk about. And what I'm about to talk about is some of my automatic drawings. I've already done one. I mentioned to you in a past post that I believe a gift is showing itself, one of my gifts, and it's automatic drawing. You know, some people do automatic writing. Well, it appears that an automatic drawing gift is coming out here. And I am somewhat of an artist. I'm a painter, etc. And I've doodled my whole life. I've been drawing my whole life. And there's, a difference between doodling and automatic drawing. And I'll point out the difference to you. And how you may, have this gift and not know it. And that you need to maybe take a second look. But at any rate, the very first automatic drawing that I shared with you was this one. And it appeared to be about a major transformation and awakening taking place among the collective. Many butterflies here, you see. And a transformation was taking place for some, those that were able to get unstuck, move away from that their comfort zone or a stuck situation, a karmic situation, moved forward and grown and blossomed into this beautiful transformation of transformed butterfly, right? And then at that point, after the awakening has taken place and personal and spiritual growth is taking place, a purification has to take place. And that was basically the first automatic drawing that has come out for this twin flame journey. And after the purification, of course, it ends with, dancing in the sunlight. Instead of dancing in the moonlight, no, we're dancing in the sunlight, in the sun rays, basking in the sun rays of abundance, and enjoying life. And the evergreens are eternal, right? Evergreen trees are eternal. They stay green forever. That's why they're called evergreens. And they're not burnt by flames, so eternal flame, okay? And that's the first automatic drawing that has come out. A major transformation is taking place for many divine feminine and divine masculines. More divine masculines than divine feminines, because many of us divine feminines, you out there, have gone through this transformation and this purification part already. And now your divine masculine is going through it. But for some, it's both. For some, dependent on your alignment and the importance of your journey and your journey together, you may have to, level up, not fast track. Because in my opinion, when you fast track that causes more runner-chaser situations. And I'm not saying don't fast track. You can fast track things, but the work still needs to be done. So you'll be doing the work together. And if the other, or you, the person, or you people aren't, if the people involved aren't strong enough to go through this, then the runner-chaser thing will take place. Key thing, okay? The work has to be done. The sacred union is the bonus. If you want your Christmas bonus, you got to do the work all year round, right? Right. Sacred union, reunion and union, reconciliation is the bonus. Okay, so if you want the bonus, you got to go through the work. You got to do the work. Hence, the first automatic drawing that has come out. For those of you that are letting go and doing the work and growing personally and spiritually, going through your initiation, your purification, and moving forward in your transformation and mission, this is where you're at right here and now. And for some of you, union and reunion and union are taking place. For some of you, it's about to take place. Maybe for some, for Christmas. Okay? You might be hearing from your divine partner for Christmas, for the holidays. For others of you, it will be in the beginning of 2021 if you do the work. Okay? That's key. And the work is you. Okay? This is about you. It's not about your divine partner. That comes once union takes place. Right? Which brings me to the next automatic drawing I want to share with you. And I'm going to try and get through this so that we're not tied up for 50 minutes. So we can get to this reading that I'm sure will correlate with what I'm talking about. And it looks like Divine wanted me to back step a little bit, backpedal, and do some backstory to this initial automatic drawing, which is about, major transformation, right? And for this transformation to take place, a shift, an awakening, a happening must take place, okay? If you want to get here, something big has to happen over here. A tower moment, dark night of the soul. And it doesn't always have to be a negative. It could be a positive awakening, an epiphany, that you surrender to the plan and move forward and gain momentum. Instead of, being stuck, you get unstuck, right? So basically that brings me to the next automatic drawing that I drew. And I know these are automatic drawings because they always start with one thing, okay? And on this drawing, it was the butterfly, the big, huge butterfly. This automatic drawing began with just the big, huge butterfly. And there's the little number 1 that signifies that. Was the very first thing on the drawing. Which led me to, again, this next drawing. And this next drawing came out on the 12th. So today's the 18th. So 5 days ago, 6 days ago, I drew this. So this was on the day of the portal, 12/12 portal. I drew this. This came out as a channeled message. These automatic drawings are channeled messages. This is just not something there's a difference, and I'll show you the difference between me just doodling and these automatic drawings. So this like Divine said, all right, there's a backstory to this and we need to include it. Because what's happening is a major shift is taking place, major awakening and a shift in the collective is taking place, and we are moving from earthbound 3D lifestyles to the air. Okay, we're leaving the earth and we're moving up. We're moving on up to the air. Okay, the age of Aquarius, that's an air sign. That's air sign. The air element is the age of Aquarius. Okay, and that is what we were moving into, is the age of Aquarius. Up in the air. Okay, and this is basically the backstory to this. Okay, here the butterflies have already basically transformed, but some are stuck and some are moving forward and growing and being initiated and purified to continue their divine journey, right? They've done the work. But for those that are stuck, you still have work to do. And Sacred Union is, the bonus for you when you do the work. And the work is you. And this is where we begin here, because this is you here on earth. So it leads me into this next automatic drawing that I drew on the day of the portal, 12/12 portal. And this one started with just a little branch. Right here, it started with the branch and the tree. And then it turned into the cocoon. So the cocoon here was the next thing. And from the cocoon, it turned into the worms and the trees, and it went this way. So here is the beginning of this story here. So before you get to this butterfly here, which is right here, okay? Before you get to this part, you got to go through all this right here. This is the work here on earth. This is the work here. The work, that we must endure and go through if we're on this twin flame journey and we want to move forward through our awakening and our spiritual growth and our ascension, right? And our transformation, right? Into this beautiful divine being, right? So again, yeah, we're the little worms here because we are of the earth. And what better example to give is the earthworm, okay? And the earthworm has no gender. It could be construed as it has both genders, male and female, which is the basic structure of a divine being. By the way, we're androgynous. We both have male, masculine, and feminine attributes in us. So what better example to use than would be an earthworm, which has no gender, but yet maybe they're both. Okay, so here we are, the earthworms, here on earth, living our lives, right? Growing up here on planet. Some of us, we're looking this way, wanting to shortcut everything. Fucking, I'm not doing all this work. I'm just going to go straight to the flower, right? Wrong, okay? How are you going to get from this dirt, rock, to the flower? A lot can happen from here to there, right? And at first, you got to leave your comfort zone. Can't just stare at it and it will happen. No. And then others, yeah, you just look ahead and you're like, oh my gosh, this is too scary. I can't move. I hope you guys are seeing this. I'll try and move it closer. Yeah, should have prepared for this, right? Well, I tried to prepare. So, back to this and us. Some of us want to fast track and go straight to the flower without doing all the work, but guess what? You're going to be there alone. Number one. Number two, you may not make it there. A lot could happen between there and there. Others of us were, curious enough to look, but we don't dare leave our comfort zone. Yeah, we're curious enough to look and check it out and see what everybody's doing, but we're not going to leave our comfort zone. We don't want to end up fish food or bird food, right? No way. And others of us, we don't even get that far. We won't even stick our heads out the window. We won't leave our comfort zone, period, end of sentence, at all. And then here's some of us, yes, we're set. We're out of here, man. Zoom. Boom. Not even thinking. Let's go, Joe. Gone. They're out. You're moving forward on your journey. And some of you move forward on your journey and you get just to the beginning of your journey and you're like, oh my God, I got a long way to go. I'm turning back. I can't do this. I'm going back to my comfort zone. I'm going back to what I know, even though I'm miserable. Right? Yeah. And then there's more. Here, some of us, we continue on our journey, but guess we're easily distracted by shiny, fun, cool objects. Okay? Yeah. There, this little guy, he's being distracted by this awesome pond of water that's shiny and glistening, showing his reflection. He's distracted from his journey. Okay? He's letting things distract him. He, she, it, you, they, them. Okay? No offense meant. This one here is being distracted. This one is choosing to move forward, not be distracted, not turn back, definitely leave the comfort zone. This one is moving forward, determined to make something happen in their life. I'm done with just being an earthworm, living in a hole, doing the same thing day in and day out. No, I'm done. I'm moving forward in my spiritual journey, moving forward on my divine path. Carefully to not be distracted. Carefully to go around the obstacles, avoid certain things. Right? Like this one, they're not paying attention. If they don't watch out, they're going to get swooped up and be bird food. This is my rendition of a bird swooping down to get this worm. Okay? Because there are a lot of vultures out there in life that'll just eat you up, take advantage of you, tell you the moon is cheese and it's there for your taking. And that's just not the case. Okay? You need to pay attention for you to move forward. You got a long way to go. And if you don't pay attention, you'll be someone's dinner. So you move forward up this on your journey. And here, these worms here are persevering. They're making it through their journey. Just take it off of this clipboard. Maybe that'll help. Right. Right. Maybe that'll help. Huh. So, these guys are moving forward. They've surpassed the obstacles. They didn't turn back. They persevered. They paid attention to danger and obstacles that might hurt them and move forward. Again, not letting anything distract them. This one wants to go through a hole in the tree. Oh, there's something there. I better go check it out. Something looks better, maybe. No. Not a good idea if you're on this journey. If you get distracted, that delays your abundance, that delays your growth, that delays your spiritual journey. You need to keep moving forward. And these guys they're making it all the way up, and they're transforming, they're doing the work, and when you do the work, things naturally happen, okay? They unfold. When you do the work, things naturally happen, they unfold. Because that's the laws of the universe. And here's the example. When these guys are doing the work, making things happen, naturally this takes place. They go into cocoon status. Transformation, hermit time, okay? That's the cocoon status is hermit time with the tarot, according to the tarot cards, okay? And in hermit time, that's total spiritual transformation. Total divine intervention takes place. Total awakening takes place. Even if it's in small doses, transformation takes place. Whether you're a simple little white moth to begin with, or you turn out to be a beautiful monarch butterfly, okay? Transformation takes place. And for those of you who make it through that transformation, go into your cocoon status and break out of your transformation, you are free. Freer than you've ever been. You'll feel freer than you've ever felt in your life. Free to move forward in your spiritual journey and your purpose here on planet. Because that's what you learn here during this transformation is your purpose. Part of the reason of why you're here on this planet. That's what you learn when you go into your hermit stage. And you spiritually go through your spiritual and personal growth. And you're transforming into this beautiful, free spirit being full of love and joy and flying around and I'm free, I'm beautiful, whatever, right? Heading towards this, this beauty, this wonder, this abundance here, because to a butterfly, this flower is abundance, okay? So this flower represents your abundance. Each petal of this flower represents all the abundance in your life. Each seed produced on this inner part of the flower, I forget what this inner part is called. I think it's the iris, but I'm not sure. All of it produces your abundance. But you have to let go and leave this love of the earthly plane, the love and the obsessions that take place and the fear that goes on and the distractions that go on. You have to leave all that behind and persevere and grow through your strength and your courage. You get to your transformation and you go through it and you are set free. Set free of all that binds you, set free of your karmic, blocks, set free of, past life issues, set free of childhood pain and wounds and hurts, whatever it is that you have healed during the time of you doing all this work. So what's happening right now is a major earth to air shift. This is what's being channeled to me from my divine spirit, and I, am looking around me and I am confirming that this is what I am observing. Divine is on point. And again, we have many earthworms here and many making it to the transformation and going into their hermit cycle, their cocoon chrysalis, and transforming and coming out transformed and free from all of those earthly blocks, earthly bounds, okay? An earth to air shift is taking place, and from the 12/12 portal, boom, through the new moon in Sagittarius, boom, to yesterday, this has been taking place for many of you out there. And I hope that if you can relate to this, if it's resonating with you, maybe you'll leave a comment to say yay or nay. You can feel the shift, the lift that's going on. It's like taking you off your feet. It's lightening your load. It's transforming you, giving you some inner freedom that like you've never felt before. Inner strength, inner courage to continue to move forward. Bringing me back to this, to move forward from your personal growth and spiritual growth, to go through your initiation and purification, if you haven't already, which will allow you to move forward in your mission with full force, full strength, to continue your leveling up and any healing and things that need to be dealt with on that next level, because on each level we are met with lessons. Okay? So, definitely for this age of Aquarius that's upcoming, okay, a major shift is taking place, and it's an earth to air shift. Many of us are letting go of that which is keeping us bound, keeping us down, keeping us on this earthbound plane, so that we cannot level up and go through our transformation, receive our gifts, like this automatic drawing, for instance. Whichever gifts that are waiting to come out of you when you transform and you are set free from the earthly bonds that you have, so that you can embrace this air shift, this shift to freedom, to be your authentic divine self, continuing down your divine path. Bring me to this next automatic drawing, which I did on the 15th. So this was after the new moon took place in Sagittarius, which, by the way, I am a triple Sagittarius. So between work and Christmas preparation and this shift, I am exhausted. I hope you can, understand why I haven't been posted. And there's a reason why Divine hasn't let me. Because believe me, I've attempted to post a couple times, at least a few times, and it just, my laptop was my tablet was shutting off after 2 minutes of recording. It would just shut off, and then my tablet wouldn't turn on. I mean, I was having electronic issues left and right, and then I wasn't feeling good, or I was too tired to post. I've been having to re-energize, protect my space, myself, and re-energize so that I can get up and go to work. So I'm finally feeling the energy and better to get this out to you, to get these messages out to you, which I think are very important right now to many of you, to help you understand what's going through, what you're going through, what you might be going through. From, last full moon, let alone, which was at the beginning of December, to this new moon, which just took place on the 14th of December. We had a new moon in Sagittarius with an eclipse that took place the same day. And boy, me being a triple Sagittarius, that just kicked my arse, if you know what I mean. And we are definitely connected. This is an example to show us how we are connected on a collective level, let alone on an individual level with the universe, with divine, with everything. Okay? Some of us even cycle with the moon, if you know what I mean, ladies. Okay? But putting that aside, we are gauged by cycles. Life has cycles, karmic cycles, life cycles, shelf life, okay? Shelf cycles, okay? This metabolism is a cycle. Once we eat food, put it in our mouth, it goes through a cycle. We metabolize it through our digestive system and it comes out the other end, right? Yes, right. Cycles of life. And right now, those of you out there on this twin flame journey, on a divine path, even if you're not a twin flame, but you are a divine soul on a divine path, this message is for you to help you better understand and better navigate through this journey so you make it out on the other end, not in a pile of you know what, right? So from this going backwards, this transformation's taking place and initiation and purification for those of you who've done the work is happening. And you're moving into your higher self realm, being your authentic self, embracing your gifts, embracing your mission, moving forward. Yeah. You have gone through, you've done the work, you've let go of that which is binding you, which bound you to the ground, earthbound, right? You've let go, embraced the journey, gone through your hermit stage, went through your transformation, letting go of that which is holding you back, that which no longer serves you. You're letting go. You're free of that. Okay? And this is why. Because life is a cycle. And new cycles are taking place for you on divine path, on a divine journey, on a twin flame journey. And this is one of the most important cycles of your life. And like the cycles of the moon, we have cycles. Life has cycles. And it's not all just shit, okay? Sorry about that word, but that's, you know what, that's an emoji of a pile of, right? Poop. Life isn't all just that. And life isn't all sad, okay? If you stay in a stuck situation, in a circumstance where you're not happy, that is what you're going to see and get. You're only going to see that. But if you get out, leave your comfort zone, get out of your head, sadness, emotion, fear, you get out of your head and leave your comfort zone, you will go through this transformation because that is the cycle. That's what takes place. But you have to get out. You have to get unstuck. You have to do the work. You have to move forward. Life is, can be a bowl of cherries, but it does have some pits, okay? Life, there are diamonds in the rough in life. You have to look for them. Life is what you see. What you see is what you get. But what you see, if you only stay in one area, how could you see anything else? You see it, you smell it, it becomes a part of your life, right? So it's important to move forward. Do the work. For those of you on a twin flame journey, for those of you on a divine path, especially if you're struggling, This is what divine is telling you must take place. The work has to take place. You need to do the work to get past the struggle. And once you're past the struggle and you go into your hermit mode and your transformation mode and your chrysalis mode, you get to rest, you get to breathe, you get to say, okay, and wait for the next step. And the next step is breaking free. Don't be stuck there in the hermit mode, in the isolation in your head. You can only do so much research. You can only do so much thinking. You need to break free. When it's time, you break free and you leave the nest. You leave the cocoon. You step out of your comfort zone. That is the cycle. And one of the most important cycles of the twin flame journey. Because everything has a cycle, its cycles. And this is one of the big cycles of the twin flame journey. And right now, I think this is exactly what's happening for many. Because as we're closing the year 2020, for those of you who haven't yet made the transformation, it's happening or it will happen. For those of you who have transformed, gone through the transformation, you're moving forward down your divine path, okay? You're moving forward down your yellow brick road, down your divine path, furthering and continuing your spiritual and personal growth toward your transformation and ascension upward. You're leveling up in your spiritual journey, okay? In your awakening, because we continue to awaken the rest of our lives, okay? We continue to ascend in our journey the rest of our lives. It's up to us to not be distracted or fall off, fall away, go backwards in our ascension, ultimately to reach our enlightenment. And in most cases, our enlightenment takes place the last day of our life. Some of us, the lucky ones, the Christ-like ones, the Buddha-like ones, reach enlightenment prior to that. Like Enoch, they reach enlightenment before they even die. They just leave planet and reach enlightenment, right? The story of Enoch. So, there's a lot of truth to a lot of those stories. And if you study religion and ancient spirituality or among the cultures of the world, you'll know what I'm talking about, okay? Ascension is part of our life cycle, okay? We're born and we ascend and we are enlightened. And in most cases, we aren't enlightened until we pass, until we die, because we're not, we're not Christ or we're not Buddha. But for those certain ones like Christ, Buddha, Kuan Yin, and so on, yeah, enlightenment happens before. So, like their example, we on the divine path strive to go through this ascension to reach enlightenment. Okay, and I know that's getting deep, people, and it's kind of relating to ancient studies, ancient spiritual paths of the Buddhism and Hinduism and paganism and all spiritualism, mixed it together. Because if you think about it, everybody ultimately has one creator. All paths lead home. Right? So, these three automatic drawings, definitely are a part of, I'm sure, not just me, but a part of on a collective level of what is taking place right now. Okay? On planet, for many of us that are awakened or going through an awakening. A major transformation is taking place. A major shift from earth to air is taking place. We are leaving our earthly bounds, what bounds us to the ground, how we're earthbound. Those that are no longer serving us, those that are keeping us bound to the ground, away from our gifts and our spiritual transformation and our growth, that's falling away. It's shifting. For those of us on this journey, seriously on this journey, seriously moving forward through your spiritual and personal growth towards your transformation, you're being helped. On a collective level, we're being helped. On an individual level, you're being helped, because this shift is meant to be. This shift is destined to take place. This shift has been in the books for millennia, for expands time, okay? Akashic records, basically. But this earth to air shift that's taking place and about to crescendo and really feel the change from December 21st, 2020 forward into 2021. This is what's taking place. So have no fear, people. Fear is just false evidence appearing real. Those of you on this divine twin flame journey, following your divine path, whether you're a twin flame or just a divine soul, this shift is real, and this shift is taking place right now. And what you're feeling, what you're going through, is part of that. And, part of what is supposed to take place is like a realization, an awakening, and a transformation. That's part of the flow. So if you want to be part of this flow, you need to get on board. Get on board the love train, right? Love train, right? You don't want to be left behind, because a shift is occurring. And you want to be on that, so that you can continue to move forward and move forward in your mission, move forward in your personal and spiritual growth, move forward toward your sacred union with your divine partner, so that the two of you together can continue this journey and move forward in mission and in your purpose together. Right? So follow the cycles. And right now we're in a major cycle. And the momentum is something you need to be a part of, okay? Otherwise, you'll fall off the ship if you're not tied down, right? So to speak. You'll miss the train if you don't run and catch it, right? I mean, I can think of a lot of better analogies, but, life are cycles, and cycles take place with or without us. So if you want to be a part of this shift and a part of this earth to air cycle, the shift, you need to get on board. You need to do the work and go through your transformation. Yeah. And lastly, I just want to show you, okay, so yeah, the butterfly was the first thing I drew on this image. And on this, it was the branch. Right there, this whole picture started with just the branch and the chrysalis. And this image here, this image, automatic drawing, started with the Luna cycles. That's the first thing I drew, was just the moon cycles here. And that prompted and brought out all this. And I'm sure there's so much more I want to say, but I've talked long enough about this, and I've already been cut off a couple times, interrupted, door knock, dog barking. One more thing I want to show you. This is just a doodle. It may have some inner messages for me in particular, but this is how I can tell the difference. there's no real straightforward message here. It's pretty much all just doodle. And I started with this door. It was just the door to see if any messages would come through the door. Okay? Because that's what prompted me to draw this. I was to draw a door. So I drew a door and nothing was coming through at first. And then these walls came out. So I guess, yeah, there's something hidden behind the walls. Okay? I'm not supposed to see at all behind the wall. We're not supposed to see, but there's something behind there that hasn't been revealed yet. So I think that's why just the doodles come out. There's a lot of people and things waiting. I think this is why this is a message for me. A lot of people seem to be waiting for something to take place. And here we have the yin-yang symbol and the Merkaba star symbol, which is, a big sign for me. And then all these, universal swirls turning into butterflies. So this is the difference between a drawing or a doodle for me, a message for me, and a message for the collective, a message for you. So there is a big difference between the two. There is a more defined message in these automatic drawings, and this is more random, a doodle. This is more of a random doodle art with maybe just a personal message for me. So that's why and how I can tell the difference. And lastly, I want to share. I'm gonna get cut off, so maybe I'll share it again on my message post. But last night was like finished everything off. And I just want to say one of my all-time favorite holiday. Okay, that's it, people. Doesn't look like I'm going to get to include what I wanted to say. But I'll include it on my post about how this all was tied together last night on a movie I watched. So one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. And I watched it last night and just tied this whole channeled automatic drawing message together about transformations and doing the work and so on and so forth. And I'm going to talk about that movie in this next post for this message, with this message. So stay tuned for that, to hear about this movie that I watched last night that tied it all together. One of my favorite all-time Christmas movies. So again, I hope you enjoy this mixed conglomerate of automatic drawing. And there is a message in there for many of you, for all of us. And I hope you're listening. Till next time, take care, stay aware, and be safe out there. Bye-bye.